the President General of Ohane Zendibo, Senator and people who came with me, my SSG, Alaboda Nagugo, Chivani, and others. Let me also recognize the speakers, Professor Obienimi and Steve Asaike. Your presentation really awoken a level of consciousness, but I choose not to go that way. It's not my way. I have my own way. Just like Senator Bata said here, when you go to the graveyard, if you go with a tape, you will see all sizes of grave. So I have my own way, and I will continue to maintain my way. I have somebody that we contested the election together. Let me also recognize him. Tony Cole is here with us. Our women, our youth, and also the church. This is my first. I've been going out quite all right, but speaking publicly after the event of March 18th. I've been a bit careful because when I go for an event and the body language of the environment, if it's not in tune with what I believe in, I feel very unhappy, because for a lot of you here, you don't know what the situation is. It's not about Oshobe. It gets to a situation where Oshobe don't solve problem. That is the truth. So for that reason, I'm a bit careful. But this particular event is something I honestly cannot avoid. Pa Clark is a very special person to every one of us, and more especially to me. So I feel I'm indebted to him. Yes, I might have supported the burial program, but putting in my presence here is the most important thing. Before I go into the main business, because I found out that a good number of you deviated from the program today. The program is a tribute for Pa Clark. It's not an issue of Saint Fubara. I'm not disputing the message God gave to you, my bishop. But in this particular event, is a message to talk about Pa Clark. Because the way you hammered it, when they live here, that is not the way to be presented. It will be similar like Fubara has gathered his supporters to make statements against the minister and the president. That is not what I need now. What I need now, even some of you, have you asked yourself, do you think I am even interested in going back there? I want to ask you, don't you see how better I look? Do you think I'm interested in it? If I have my way, I say it's here. This is an altar of God. I don't wish going back there. My spirit has left that place long ago. So all this, I want everybody to focus. Please, It's not everything you do, you think. There's some fight you don't fight, there's some things you don't do, because you need to ask the person, does it want it? I have peace. If you have known me, you've been seeing me, you can say I look better now. In as much as we have things that we need to do for our state, we know people have made sacrifice for us, and we, one way or the other, have to stand by them. Does not mean that we should start firing without any target. We need to be focused. Our evening here is about Pa Clark. It's not Osho-based, Fubara, Osho-based, same place. I want that. And like I said, it's about Pa Clark. Every other thing that is said here, every other admonition by whoever, is your personal view. It does not speak or does not present the purpose of this evening. I mean it, and I want you to quote me anywhere. We're here talking about the life of a man who lived a life of sacrifice. Amongst you, the women here, do you have forgiving spirit? Your hearts are bitter. You don't forgive. Those are the important things. We're here talking about a man who spent his own money to go to court for me. A man who gathered people to say, fight for Fubara. But some of you here, your hearts are dark. But one important thing, that you have your boarding pass. It's just you're waiting for the flight. So you need to retract your ways. What is special about Pa Clark? Maybe when he started his life, he might have made his own mistake like every one of us. But at a certain time in his life, he believed that I want to live a life, I want to dedicate my life for others. And he did it, and he did it well. I am a beneficiary of that. I've never met him one day. I spoke to him a few times on phone, but he stood by me. I've never gone until his death. The first time I stepped my feet into Pa Clark house was when I went for condolence. I never went to his house. But he stood by me. He supported what he believed in, injustice. And that is the man we are celebrating this night. It's celebration because he has gotten to the 9th floor. It's 90-something going to 100, is it not? In fact, if not for maybe the way it happened, it should even be entering. The 10th floor is the one, the cloud now, is it not? Once you enter 10, you're on the cloud, waiting for the chariot to come and carry you. But he was already close to that place because he lived a life, not life for himself, but life for others. So I want us this evening, that as we have gathered here to celebrate him, let us learn from him. Let us go with something. And that thing should be dedicating our life for things that are good. I once read about a very strong and powerful man. When he died, he said that all the physicians, the best, should carry his coffin. All his wealth, his gold, should be poured on the streets for them to walk on it. And that his coffin, they should make it in such a way that people will see his hands dangling, showing that he's living with nothing. This life, we have come into this life with nothing. In our birth, we are not celebrated. That is the truth. when we are celebrated is in death. How many of us, both the ones here and the ones outside here, will pass on and people will gather and say good things about them? That is the message. We should live a life that when we mention our names, when our names are mentioned anywhere, it opens doors for our children. It doesn't bring cost to our family. That is the choice I've made. That is the decision why, in whatever situation I find myself in this whole thing, I always tell those of you who want to listen, don't do things because you want to do them. Do the things I want. I am the one wearing the shoes. I know the solution to my problem. I know how to walk through my problem. There are some things you will do rather than bring peace for me. It spoils my peace process. It gives me problem. So I'm cautioning everybody here. I'm serious, and it's very important to say it here in the church so that it's not something I'm passing a message to anybody privately. Before you do anything that you claim you're doing for me, seek my consent. I said it before. Do you even know what I'm interested in this thing? My spirit has left this place. I'm already, my body parts, I have it already, but not I'm going to die now. I'm not going to die now. The reason is not that I'm too young to die or too old to die. I have a wife and I have kids that I need to bring up. They need me now more than ever. So when I finish that work and also finish the work of humanity, the aircraft can land. I will board gallantly. So let me thank everyone, more especially Senator Birabe, the chairman of this night of tribute, the chairman of Rivers Elders and his deputy and his vice chairman, and everyone. This is the most important thing. It is not any tribute writing that we are going to put in a paper. Is this sacrifice you're making? This memory will be forever. When we want to talk about him, the story will always be there. When Pa Clark died and his funeral was being arranged. In Rivers State, a night of tribute was held in his memory. And who are those people there? Your names will be mentioned. That is the most important thing. So I join every one of you to say that Pa Clark has done his work, but I can assure you that that shoe will be filled very well. In the Bible, Jesus was doing his evangelical job just between a very small place. We all know the story. But when he died, that was when the gospel spread. When the disciples started running from everywhere, the gospel started expanding. I can tell you, I didn't get any spiritual message, but inside my heart, that what Pa Clark stands for is going to be bigger than what he achieved while he was alive. It is on every one of us here to key into it. And what is the message is very simple. Live this life for others. Stand on what is truth. Defend justice. Speak for the oppressed. That is his message. Simple and straight. He didn't live with anything. He doesn't have anything. I've been to his house. I can say that he's even a poor man. It doesn't mean because he has a house in Abuja, he's a rich man, he's a poor man. But his legacies and what he lives for is what is most important. Celebrate the time and life of Chief Senator Dr. E.K. Clark. What is remaining in my own is Senator. Already I have Chief, I have Dr.